Good morning. Windows Helpline. This is the Saturday edition, September 23rd, 2023. And I'm going to get me an audio check here. Yep, that's confirmed. And go say hello to people in chat room. Hope you all had a good week. Yes, I did just say y'all. Get over it. Dennis and their viewers just joined saying hello. Thank you, Dennis. And let's see, dismiss that so I can see the top chat here from Tim Cruz. Hello, everyone. I'm here first. Let's go. Let's grow. God bless you all. I miss you so much. Darren Gilholm, William Dawson, Greg Guy. Hello. It's raining on my new seed in Maryland. William Dawson, Greg Guy, people saying chit chats to each other. Tony Wallow with a $1.99 super chat. It says, good morning. Thank you, Tony. Ida Rivera says, hello to me and everyone. Some light showers this morning. Now is sunny, 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Closely watching storm development in the Caribbean or Caribbean. Potato. Yeah. Jonathan, Tony, Ida, Rick Lakes. Let's see, I did say Jonathan already. Yeah. Tim Sowell is here. It seems like I haven't seen you for a while, Tim. Good to see you. It says hello from the other side of the airport. Costanza the Mage. Good day, everyone. Just playing a little PC building simulator while waiting for the show to start. PC building simulators. Long time since I've heard of that. That's a thing. Darren Gilholm, Jonathan. And people saying hellos to each other. Seldom Ball with a weather report. Dennis here, 87 degrees Fahrenheit with heavy rain in Panama. Oop, that jumped on me. Let's see, the Zoom session is open. William Dawson sitting in there all by himself. All lonely. Somebody come and join him, will ya? Ran Israel. Alice, hello. Tony, AVDVR, good. Let's put the watch down on the table. Winter mute. Alice. And Tony gives me a confirmation by a text. Come on, girl, stop that. SIRI, without saying her name. Darren Gilholm, Speedy C, Ran Israel, John Aloy Sr., hello from stormy Virginia, expecting 3 to 4 inches of rain today and tomorrow. Rick Lakes has rain. Lawn Dogs here, Speedy C. PC building Sim 1 and 2 now. Zavi Madar, hello, good to see you. Good evening to us in Israel. Okay, now let's go bring people in from Zoom and say our hellos. Get ready to mute your YouTube audio. I'm going to turn on my camera to Zoom, turn on my microphone to Zoom. Ooh, gotta aim my camera right. Well, I'm going to go fix that. Well, I'll show that fix as we go here. And I've got to change the speakers so that I can hear you in my headset and so that YouTube can hear you, and here you are on screen. Hello, William Dawson, and I believe that's Princess, right?
Yep. She decided to make his appearance today.
Well, did you notice that Princess is in the thumbnail for today's show?
Yes. She's got her Letter of the Day channel going.
Her what channel?
Letter of the Day.
Letter of the Day. All right. And hello to Darren Gilholm.
Hello.
How are you today?
A-okay.
A-okay. I'm going to do a little adjustment here to that webcam because I don't like the way it looks. There, that gets me a little more color in my face. So what are we talking about today? Anybody got questions? I got topics, but I don't see Tim Cruz here, so I don't know if we're working on his issue today. Let's go look at the topics list.
Looks like the only one you talk about is number 2 right now.
Maybe. Exploring USBDeview from Nersoft. All right. Who brought that into chat the other day? Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for not remembering who it was, aren't I? Yeah, Tim Cruz with the cell booster issue, and Josh Kinder says he needs help with a backup schedule adjustment on his computer. So USBDeview, that is still in my downloads. Let's see, I don't want to do it that way. Let's come back. Let me get it over here. Downloads, I extracted it in my downloads folder. There it is. Go launch this USBDeview that we looked at a little bit. I think it was yesterday just. And after the show was over, I went back and looked at this a little bit. These columns that are showing up here, I don't know how many columns that is, but there's a scroll bar down at the bottom. So if I scroll over to the second screen with the columns, there's these columns. Then if I scroll to the next one, there's this group of columns. And then scroll to the next group out here. So quite a lot of stuff here. And I was looking over this a little bit. Right now I have this sorted by the power column. See that little triangle there with the triangle pointed up. So the lowest power items at the top going to the highest power items. And the rest of these, I suppose, aren't taking power. And one of the things that was interesting that I saw, oh, let's see. Yeah, these lines that are in white, I think it's indicating they're not connected right now. Is that what that was? It seems like I saw that somewhere that it's not connected. Capabilities removable. And then when you right click on these, let's get this back to the left side again. It has a disconnect and an uninstall. So it looks like this is showing devices that are even not currently connected to the computer and gives a way to uninstall drivers, perhaps for devices that you no longer use, which could be a way of cleaning things up. Here's some SanDisk Cruiser. These are thumb drives that I've had attached sometime in the past. There's no need to keep those drivers there because next time I plug them in, it'll automatically install a driver. I don't know that it's of any use or significance to uninstall those. But if I right click on that and come up here, uninstall, do you want to uninstall the selected devices and see if this will crash the stream? Hopefully not. Yeah, so that's intriguing. These ones that are in white, this is indicating that this one's taking 50 milliamps of power right now. So I think that must be connected, yet it's not giving me a name. So I'm not sure I know why that shows in white. So I haven't explored this much at all independently. And we'll see if that triggers any interest in the chat room. See, where is the chat room? Here it is. Let's go catch up in chat again. Where did I leave off? Got to be down around 11 o'clock or a little bit after 11 o'clock. Costanza says to Dennis, yes, I have both. Playing 2 right now. Wish it was on Steam instead. That would be the PC builder. People saying hellos to each other in their languages that I don't know. Israeli. I think that's the name of the language. CFWW, hello, Ran Israel. Nersoft has an entire suite of utilities, including a launcher. So that launcher would be to launch all their different utilities. And I'm aware that they have a lot of utilities. I've stayed away from getting involved in utilities until I need something. If there's something that I can't find my way natively through the operating system, then I'll go use a utility. I haven't caught on to any Nursoft utilities that I want to use as a substitute for what I can do in the native operating system. About the only things that I use is Crystal Diskmark Info and Crystal Diskmark, Crystal Disk Info and Crystal Diskmark, I guess is a way to say it. And the one from Mark Rusinovich, or a couple from Mark Rusinovich, those tools, but don't use them very often. Arnold Albert, Ran Israel, green indicates a connected device. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, is that the green was indicating connected and the white was indicating not connected. And let's see, registry time 8/26. So that's indicating a registry entry was modified as recent as August 26, 2023. So that sounds like something that I do connect occasionally. Not necessarily the last time being August 26. That's just the last time a registry entry was modified. Does it give me an indication of when the device was last utilized? Scrolling through, nope, I don't see anything that really validates the last time I used it. Jim KJ3N, hello, DVR engage. We'll see if I stick around after that. If we got to come up with a topic that he's interested in for him to stick around. If we don't come up with a topic he's interested, boom. Israeli language is Hebrew. Thank you. I didn't quite think I was right about that. Hello, Tim Tech. Yeah, what did I miss? We're not going to tell you. See how that is? Tim, are we still needing to work on your issue? I don't see you in Zoom. Zavi Menorah, you can remove all traces of connected USB devices from Windows Registry and History with USB Oblivion. And I wouldn't pursue that unless I had a reason to. I don't need to go clean up things just in order to clean up. If they're causing problem for residual configurations being there, then I would go do it. Ida says, hi, you're always so sharp to Wintermute. When I ran Israel, he has good Wi-Fi tools that comes in handy since Microsoft removed some Wi-Fi tools since Windows 8, such as Easy Wi-Fi Profile Manager. Are you referring to Mark Rusinovich, I think? Because that's the only name. No, you might be referring to Nursoft, because that is an individual, I think, that's behind that. I think he's referring to Nursoft, yeah. I like Nursoft Wi-Fi password utility. Allows you to save Wi-Fi passwords for a device and migrate them over to a new device. Tim says, yes, please, and he's coming in. Londog, Greg M. I was trying to make a comment about some of the tools from Nursoft, and you just nailed one of them. I don't use them much as I did in the XP and early Windows 7 days. Londog, as you know, they will be flagged by Microsoft Offender. A lot of people aren't aware of Microsoft Offender. Most people know about Microsoft Windows Defender, but we don't talk about Offender that often. Right. Londog, and there are other tools from that company that are in the same situation. Ida gives us a laugh over something. Yes, Ran was referring to Nursoft. The name is Nursoffer. Nursoffer? By the way, pronounced like near. Nearsoft. Nearsoft. All right. So it looks like there wasn't any other specific interest in that USB device tool. So we'll go say hello to Tim Cruz. Hello, Tim.
Hello, DougBetts. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing this afternoon? This fine afternoon.
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good.
Yeah, Ran Israel saying first name Nur, last name Soffer, rather than Soft. Did I just read it wrong? Is there no T? Yeah, there's a T in the website name. The individual's, that's not the individual's name, is it? The individual's name is something else. And Gary Weisenberger, hello. And Bobby Warren. You got a hello for me, Gary? I saw him unmute, but don't
Sorry,
hear
I'm
him.
late. I had to unload the car. I went and visited my grandma this morning.
All right. Gary's still unmuted, but I haven't heard a hello from him yet. All right, coming back here. NERSoft website is NERSoft, short for NERS software. So NEAR, I think the name is. So is that its actual name? NERSoft also allow me to read info from old profile and old hard drive. Love your meme, Gary, from Iowa Hank. St. Greg M, hello. Behind the tools is the developer NERSoftware. Okay, so that is his name then, huh? As an experienced developer with extensive knowledge of C++. All right, Tim, I have questions for you. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Last time we talked, you told me that you still have the original AT&T Cell Booster. Is that correct?
Right.
Why are you not using it?
I mean, I could use it if you prefer, but I don't know.
No, hold on, stop. Fix your microphone. I can barely hear you.
I'm in. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Nope, you're still way too quiet.
I don't know why. Hey, how about that?
Nope, no good.
I don't know what to do. That's another issue I'm having. My microphone, the audio sounds really low. I don't know why.
Now you're better. Sounds like you just walked up closer to your microphone. Is that what you did?
My mic volume. See, that helps.
Yeah, that's better.
Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to fix it.
You're sounding better now.
That's a good sign. Trying to fix it.
Okay, well, you're good now.
But it's not turning up all the way. I'm trying to turn up more.
Don't do any more. Leave it right where it's at. It's good right now. Don't mess with it anymore.
All right, I'm messing with it.
Okay, sounds a little inconsistent. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So why aren't you using the original Cell Booster?
I don't really know. I just thought I would use the last one they gave me, but no really no reason. I could use either one. Doesn't matter.
All right. And the first one, as I understood it, you only installed it a couple months ago. Is that right?
Yes, I did on my old Lenovo computer. Since the one that was getting fixed, I couldn't do it on that one because I didn't have it with me. But I did it on my old Lenovo computer, the one I had with me as my backup.
Okay. Yeah. Now it sounds like you're talking about three different computers. The computer that you sent in for repair, is that the one that was working with the Cell Booster?
That one I never got connected to it. It was with the old computer, the Windows 10 one, not the Windows 11 that I got sent out. That one never connected to it. That one doesn't have an Internet port at that time, so that's why I never got it connected to that one. That's why.
Okay, so you had three computers. You had a Windows 10 computer, then you had the Windows 11 computer that you sent in for repair, and now you have the replacement Windows 11 computer.
Yes,
is that right?
correct. Right,
okay.
Correct.
Where is that Windows 10 computer?
It's right here with me. I have it. I just don't use it because it's a 2.4 gigahertz and I don't like it. I like the 5 gigahertz because it'd be faster. That's the only reason why I don't want to use the old computer, and I don't want to have two computers running at the same time. I'd rather use it on my main one instead of my backup one.
Okay, so can you turn on the Windows 10 computer and connect the original Cell Booster so we can look at the configuration?
Of course. I think they're still there, but yeah, we could do that. Let me get it on, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, 1 second. Let me grab it. It's in my backpack.
All right, while you're doing that, looking back at chat, John Williams, good afternoon, everyone. Does anyone know anything about Photoshop GS6, and does it work on today's systems? Photoshop GS6. Yeah, no, I don't have direct knowledge about Photoshop GS6. Is that an obsolete version? Do they no longer produce that software? Photoshop, isn't that an Adobe product? Let's see here. This is V. Minor to Gary. Gary Weisenberger told that he knew Nir personally and ran Israel, met him a couple times, and Gary confirms. Yes, he did. I do. Did I hear from Gary yet? I don't think so.
I think I have my mic set up for a different camera.
Okay, I hear you now.
Mm-hmm.
So while Tim is working on that, do you have anything to tell us about your interactions with Nir?
Well, I've been working on programming, like I said, since the 70s. My wife, she wants to shoot me about every 3 years because I've never developed the great video game or the great application. You would never use my interface.
Oh,
my interface
okay.
is horrible. You have probably interacted with something I've written in your lifetime.
Oh, really?
Quite possibly your car.
My car. Okay.
Your insurance. Well, maybe not your car, but somebody's car, I'll bet you, is interacting with code I've written.
Okay.
If you went to a major discount outlet, or membership outlet, you've used my software.
Ah.
If you use PCMCIA modems, you've used my software on most top 5 modem manufacturers. And the PC cards back in the day.
Say that part again.
PC card modems.
PC card modems. Okay.
The laptops.
Yeah.
Most of the modem manufacturers use software that I personally wrote.
Wow, the PC card modems. It was like a card that it was larger than an SD card, right?
Yeah, it was the PCMCIA. Yeah, they're about
the size
of a
PCMCIA. Man, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, they had Ethernet and modem, 56K modem, and up to 1 gig Ethernet. And they had problems with them. You could knock them out and put them in, and the problem is they disconnect and they wouldn't reconnect ever. And we were going to buy them for the company I worked for, and we tested them on. I kept calling them back. One time we had US Robotics had like 12 people out of our company trying to work on them. And overnight I said, well, here's your problem. You're adjusting wrong, doing this wrong, whatever. That's my education and my technical background. My wife and I both went into different careers. We went to college same time and same career. She went to work in the 78. She's a female, obviously. So that was bad. I apologize. And we had a child, and she said, I'm going to work from home back then. And we started our own company.
Oh.
And we basically what you do. The problem is, if you do it by yourself, you get called at 2 in the morning when a manufacturing plant is trying to do something. You got to get there. Not like a doctor. You end up getting a partner. Then you get 2 partners, and you get 3 partners. Then in the 80s, a lot of people were putting in twin-X cable for IBM mid-range computers. We got a company, we actually did that. Most of the companies in Michigan and Ohio, we did the twin-X cabling. I mean, paid for.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Let me take my attention back to this Photoshop, because I recognized something here. When this question first came up about GS, I didn't recognize it. CS, Creative Suite, is what the CS stands for. And that's, the GS I didn't recognize, but Photoshop was Creative Suite, and I believe it was an Adobe product. Been a very long time since I messed with Photoshop. Let's say about 10 years ago. A lot of free copies available, still using Creative Suite 5, which works perfectly with Windows 11. Can't afford, don't want to pay for a newer subscription. But you might try Windows compatibility mode to install it. The catch is they left those versions far behind. I don't remember which version I had. Adobe is milking their prices for sure, like Microsoft, PCMCI. I haven't heard that one in 20 years from Jim. Yeah, me too. Yikes. Photoshop is Adobe product. Yeah, they came up with that Creative Suite. that was a suite of products. So I don't think they use that terminology anymore. So when somebody is asking Photoshop, probably asking CS6 from John Williams, does it work on today's systems? And the only response we got here is try Windows compatibility mode to install it. CS6 was released in 2012. Yeah, I don't think that naming convention is used anymore. All right. Sorry to interrupt there, Gary. I'm not sure. I think you got to the end of what you're telling us about.
Yeah, I had a quick question though.
Go.
This is about Tim's. So
All right.
I looked at the thing. I've been traveling a lot for work anyway, and that's why I've caught very few of your stuff lately. Last week, you guys made a lot of time and effort. From what I understand from the end of last week, he wants to be able to use the phone where he can't get good cell reception. That would be, in looking into it for a few minutes, just because I've never heard of that hotspot to get, and I've looked at stuff for different things. That's going to be more powerful than the closest other hotspot, theoretically, a cell tower, because it'll be right in his own room.
Right.
So you would expect his phone to say, instead of the one, into the block, there's one right there. Well, I have a couple of plants that we have right now that I have trouble with the cell tower, especially with all the metal, nice Faraday cage, back in the plant, plus it's rural. Anyway, what I do is use the plant Wi-Fi with my phone, and I still get to use the cell tower. And I have an Apple iPhone. There's a Wi-Fi compatibility mode, and it actually uses the internal Wi-Fi just like his computer would use.
Yeah, the phone calls over Wi-Fi, isn't it? Called something like that?
That's what it is. It's not their Wi-Fi, it's your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And so instead of placing calls over the cell towers, you're placing calls over Wi-Fi. Now, does that receive calls and texts as in place of the cell tower?
For mine, it does. I don't know if every provider works that way, and I don't know how close you have to be to a regular tower. In the plant, I can get. If I walk around the plant, I can lose signal in the cell. With the Wi-Fi, obviously, I never lose signal.
All right. Now, if that is an acceptable solution, why would AT&T send him this cell booster instead of advising him to just use the phone calls over Wi-Fi?
Obviously, I have no clue. But my other question or comment I looked at the quick instructions that you're linked to.
Yeah.
It says it has to be. Now, he had it working, so I don't know. Has to be the first thing off the router.
Yeah.
Which you're trying to be the second going through his PC.
Yeah. He's according to the instructions, yes, it has to be connected to a LAN port on the router, and we have to open ports on the router. Now, the only reason why we're pursuing this is because he insists that he did have it working. Now, it really seems fishy, and I'm needing to tell this to Tim. It really seems fishy. It seems kind of BS-y that he successfully configured it himself alone 2 months ago using a YouTube video that he now can't find. So there's got to be people watching this whole thing unfold, including myself, that says, Tim, are you sure about that? Because it seems a little fishy that he can't.
Yeah, I'm sure. All the lights were quiet. Everything was quiet. And right now, I have the other one turned on, so it's the cell booster is doing something right now. It's the GPS is blinking and the orange light's blinking. And I did have it working on my other computer. I swear I did. It was working fine.
There could be a difference between Windows 10 and Windows 11 that allowed this unconventional, undocumented, unsupported configuration to work, and it's not working with Windows 11. Iowa Hank, I had thought of that too, about looking in his YouTube history, but from 2 months ago, it could be hard to find. Now, what I did is I did some searches this morning, in YouTube to try to pull up something about this AT&T cell booster. I used the model number and I used bridge
What I
mode.
looked up was how to do bridge mode, with on another how to do bridge mode, and it popped up on how to set up bridge mode. I looked up on YouTube, and it gave me a few videos. Those videos had a lot of views in it, and it helped me out.
Okay, so you just found videos about bridge mode. You didn't find a
Right.
video specifically about
Not specific.
using. Okay, let me finish my question. Okay, I know you know what I'm going to say, but please let me finish the question. It makes me feel like I've been heard. Yeah, so you didn't find a video that tells about configuring the AT&T cell booster when used connected to a computer that is set up in bridge mode. You didn't find a video that contains all of that, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense as to why I couldn't find a comparable video then. Now, we have already been successful with bridge mode because we know that this cell booster was connected to your Windows 11, the new cell booster. We got it to a point where it had a solid internet light confirming that it was connected to the internet. And it seems to me that we saw some other confirmation of that. But anyway, let's get back to, you have your older Windows 10 computer now turned on and the original cell booster connected to it, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And the cell booster is on.
So on that computer, can you go to logmein123.com and let's get me connected remotely to that computer?
Yeah, of course.
I have a quick question for you, Doug.
All right.
I was sitting here thinking about it, talking to my dog. I'm joking. And how are we going to know, except, quote, you get an extra bar on the phone?
Yeah, that is how we're going to know. So, Tim, right now, you should have, what is it, 5 bars on your phone because the original cell booster should be functional now?
Well, right now it's not completely all the way working. It's showing me that the GPS is on and the power light's not blinking, but the internet status is orange. Right now I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm doing a network adaptive detection problems, running a troubleshooter.
Okay, so when you reconnected the old laptop and the old cell booster that used to work, it's not working now. However, you deleted that activation from the app that's on your cell phone.
No, it's still on there. Let me go double check, but I'm pretty sure it's still on there. Let me double check.
Oh, I thought you told me that you deleted the original one.
No, I didn't. It's still
there. So you actually have 2 devices activated?
That are activated, yes, correct.
All right. I was wondering if AT&T would allow 2 devices to be activated on your one account. Okay, while you're looking at
it, it looks like they do because it shows that they're proactive. I'm about to sign in.
All right. Virtual machine to run the old program. PCMCI stands for Personal Computer Memory Card International Association, or it means sometimes jokingly referred to as people can't memorize computer industry acronyms. Wintermute gives us a link for is Photoshop Creative Suite 6 still good? And this is dated September 2022. Still a powerful, versatile image editor. However, there are newer, more advanced options available. Yeah, you don't. If it does the job, you don't need all the new features of any of the new features, perhaps, of the newer products. It is no longer supported by Adobe, means there will be no more updates or security patches. Additionally, new features. Okay, what can it be installed on? Can it be installed on Windows 10, Windows 11? Yeah, we already know it's not supported. All right, that's as far as I'm going to read through that. But thank you for giving us that, Wintermute. Zavita John Williams, how to install Adobe Photoshop CS6 on Windows 11. That sounds good. There's a video giving that information. I'm not going to watch that, obviously. John says, thanks to Zvi, a customer is looking for a restored desktop I have for sale to run Adobe on it and she does not want to pay for a subscription. Oh, that's why they're trying to get that functional. And there was Iowa Hank about looking in the YouTube history. Now, actually, that YouTube history would be on his old laptop, which now we're going to get connected to. Well, no, the YouTube history is on his YouTube account. It doesn't matter that we have that laptop.
Remember this laptop that you're not able to connect to Log Me and Rescue unless you do it on the app, because we had issues with it in the past, remember? So we got to do the Microsoft way.
Okay.
Is the
quick assist?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. So are you ready for a quick assist code?
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm waiting for it to load up. This computer is kind of slow, so bear with me.
While we're waiting for that, I'll say hello to Josh Kinder. I see her lips moving, but I don't hear you, Josh. Nope, still don't hear you. Lawn Dog says, the real question, Doug, might be, does Adobe Photoshop honor new installations with the old license? Yeah, will it activate? Or are we specifically saying that the version of Photoshop does not install? Kate Corius, Technology, good afternoon to you. Josh, you got your microphone yet?
Yep. What's up?
Hello there.
I just woke up.
All right. Late night partying, are you?
What's that?
You were out partying all night? That's why you slept in so late?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't go to bed till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yikes. All right. Well, we're waiting for Tim's computer to get ready for a quick assist code.
Loading. 1 second. Yeah, bear with me.
Lawn Dog points out that Josh has been playing Doom for the last few days. Was that what you were doing at 3 a.m.?
Yep.
Yeah. I took a look at that a little bit on your stream. That doesn't interest me at all. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's okay. Not all my content is going to be for everybody. But I want to try and have a variety.
Oh, Wintermute has a comeback. He says, no, he wasn't playing Doom. He was playing Zoom. Oh, and Josh, you had a request to make an adjustment to your backup settings. I think you have an icon on your desktop, don't you, for DougBetts Remote?
Yeah.
Go ahead and launch that.
Okay.
Lawn Dog says, Josh doesn't need sleep. He is young.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't need sleep on a regular schedule. Well, I don't know. Is it a regular schedule if you say that you're sleeping every time that you're not awake? That's regular. Here's my Log Me and Rescue screen. When Josh launches his icon for DougBetts Remote, he'll show up here.
I'm ready for the code now.
All right. The code is, drumroll please, spinning circle. Oh, there's Josh showing up in the background. It's a race. The race is on. Starting Josh's connection. Still waiting for a code for quick assist. Josh, you might have a prompt on your screen that you'll need to click to authorize. And this wants me to sign in with my Microsoft account. Just curious why that isn't automatic, because the computer is signed in with my Microsoft account. Okay, Tim, the code is 1K as in king 7927.
It's connecting now.
All right. Connecting to Josh and connecting to Tim at the same time. Josh is connected. Tim's still connecting. So for Josh, I think it's Macrium Reflect, isn't that?
Yeah.
Okay, and here's Tim. I'll click Request Control. And he's clicking Allow. Let's minimize that. Maximize the quick assist. And let's go check the configuration. This is Tim's old Windows 10 computer, the one that used to be working with the original Cell Booster network bridge using Wi-Fi Spectrum. Here's the Ethernet. On the properties, I'm expecting to see that there's a static IP address configured. No, it's automatic. It's set on DHCP, not static. This is, yeah, that's the Wi-Fi. That is contrary to the instructions that I showed in previous sessions about how to do bridge mode. And then how about port settings? Because we did not, I don't think we configured port settings after putting his new computer into bridge mode. Network to Windows firewall. Allow an app through firewall notification advanced settings. I think it's in advanced settings for opening ports.
Hey, Doug?
Yes.
Got another comment on this access point. It seems like they're selling, or they're not selling them, they're giving them away, that they would have somebody that, I hate to say this, would have quick instructions to go do this, this, and this, and it should work if it would work.
Oh, they do. Oh, they do. But that requires connecting it the way that's documented. Connect it to the router and make the port adjustments to the router. We're not allowed to make adjustments to the router that he's using.
Well, no, I understood that from last week, but I agree with the port adjustments on the router. I mean, you know, politically, of course, but I wonder if the problem was not the port adjustments, but going through another PC, because I could see, I've actually, way back in the day, just for fun, used a laptop as an access point for Wi-Fi. I mean, I'm talking 15 years ago.
All right.
Because Wi-Fi was better for access on a laptop than it was on access points we could get at that point on a shop floor. But I'm wondering if the way we're trying, or it's trying to be done, is just, and I wouldn't doubt Windows 11 might have a headache about going through it like that.
Yeah, Windows 11 might be the difference. Okay, so I got my mind going in too many different topics and conversations.
I'll let you go.
Yeah. So Zavi Minor reminded me the NCPA CPL. I am looking at chat, but some of these are kind of long and going from one line to another, and it's hard to keep up with. Okay, so we got.
Yeah, okay.
Now this doesn't show the bridge connection here. Am I? This is the computer that is showing bridge at another place, right?
This is the computer that was on my amp.
Okay, Josh, I'm not working on your computer right now, so stop.
Okay.
I need you to hold off on talking to me about that because my brain's starting to have a little bit of overload here. Let's see. This is the old computer that I'm connected to. Now, when I went over here, I saw the bridge mode. Yeah, network bridge here. Now, when I go ncpa.cpl, oh, I did that on my computer, didn't I? Is that what happened? Yeah, yep. I pulled up.
That's what happened. You did that before.
I pulled up the control panel on my computer. All right. Here. Oh well, Doug, you need to back off a little and clear your head. Yeah, that's why I'm putting a damper on switching to different topics. Jim seems confused. Does he know what he's doing? Makes me kind of wonder if I write something which is a far stretch, if it will be flagged. Makes me kind of wonder if I write something which is a far stretch, if it will be flagged. Yeah, see, I got to stop reading, Lon Dog, because I can't keep up with your line of conversation. Okay, so here it is showing the bridge. Change setting of this connection. There's bridge. Okay, help me out because my brain's struggling. I want to go see what ports are open for that bridge.
You can do open port scan. You do it with an internet search.
Yeah, that's that. I want to see the port configurations. That would be a utility on the internet telling me what ports are open, and that's going to tell me what ports are open for the router that we're connected to, not for this bridge connection. And it seems odd to me that we could open ports for this bridge connection and not have opened them on the router and have it work. Now, what's the status of the cell booster, Tim? Is it functioning yet?
No, it's not. It's showing the GPS is on. It's solid white, and the power light's solid white, and internet. Let me see. Internet status is blinking. Something's blinking.
You keep turning away from the microphone. I can't hear you when you turn your head away from the microphone.
Status is blinking, but the GPS is solid white, and the power light is solid white. Just like what we did on the Windows 11 computer, the same color.
So the original cell booster is not working with the original computer that it was working. So there is something else broken about this. It's not just that we're not getting the right configuration. Now, this old computer on the original cell booster, you configured it 2 months ago, right?
Right.
Are you positive it was only 2 months ago?
I mean, a month and a half ago or so.
All right. So it wasn't longer than that.
It was sometime. I don't remember exactly when, but it was sometime around there.
All right. Now, was there any?
I could show you my video. I got a link. I could probably find the video real quick if you want to look at the video. The one for the network bridge, the one I looked at.
Yeah. If you can find
yeah,
that.
I could do that. If you want me to do that, I can send it to you and put on it. I'll go to the channel. I'll put the link there since I'm a moderator. I can send links. I can put a link in the chat. 1 second. Let me find it. I know I could
All
find
right.
it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you work on that, and I'm going to turn my attention back to Josh.
That's fine. Go ahead. I'll let you know when I have it.
Okay. So don't interrupt until I'm finished with Josh, okay? Or
Yes,
until
okay.
I ask for you again.
Sounds good.
Because
Okay.
I need to keep my brain on one track at a time. Ay, caramba. Yeah, RAN Israel AT&T device registration issues. Yes, I proposed that earlier too. I think that may have something to do with it. Okay, now let's go look at Josh. So I'm gonna minimize quick assist, and let's see. I better punch. Oh, this is Josh's computer. All right, so I can bring that back up on screen. Minimize the chat window. And I'm not going to press the Windows key on my keyboard because that gets me in trouble. Let's go all apps, click on the letter A, which will give me up alphabetical listing. And Macrim Reflect it can't be under R for Reflect because there's nothing on his computer that starts with an R for apps. So it must be in here. Yep, there's Macrim Reflect. Single click from there to launch it. Answer yes for user account control. And he said it's backing up too frequently. He wants to change it to back up. Did you say once a week?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month.
Okay. So we have scheduled backup at 2 a.m. on the last Sunday of every month. And then 2 a.m. on every Sunday of every week is just a differential backup. It's not a full backup.
Okay.
So are you saying that you want to cancel the differential backups completely and only do a monthly full backup?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Why do you want to do that?
Because I feel like I have to plug the thermal drive in.
Oh, so the backups won't run unless you plug in the external backup drive.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I don't have the thermal drive plugged in.
You don't have it plugged in. Okay, so if you don't have it plugged in at 2 a.m. on the Sunday of every week, then it's not going to do those differential backups. But I didn't understand, Josh, why you don't want weekly differential backups in addition to the full backup. Does that tell me that
I don't understand the differential in the I know what the full backup does, but I don't understand the differential backup.
Okay, so let me explain it this way. The full backup backs up your entire hard drive, and then the next Sunday, a differential backup is only going to back up the stuff that has changed since the last full backup.
Okay.
And then on week number 2, a differential backup is going to back up everything that has been changed since the last full backup, not since the last differential. Then the third week will back up everything since the last full backup. That's what a differential backup does. The alternative, if you had the paid version, would be you could do incremental backups, which means you would have a full backup, and then the next week, an incremental backup would back up everything that was changed since the last backup. The third week, on an incremental backup, would back up everything that's been changed since week number 2. So it backs up a smaller amount of stuff if you're doing incremental, but you have to have the paid version for that. Yeah. So if you, for instance, if we stopped doing the differentials and you only had a monthly full backup, if your hard drive crashed, let's say on week number 3, you would lose everything that's been done since the last successful full backup. Would that be a problem?
No, I don't want to lose everything that I have, so we'll just leave it.
All right. Now with these weekly differentials, this means and it's on Sundays. So let's suppose on Saturday your hard drive crashes, you would lose everything that has been done since the last Sunday.
Yeah, I don't want to lose everything.
Well, the way it's currently set, you're not going to lose everything. You're only going to lose what has been changed since the last Sunday. Is that okay?
Oh, okay.
Was that a yes or a no? Is that okay?
That
All right, that's okay.
Now, it's fine the way it is.
All right. Now, the other thing is you lose everything since the last successful backup. So if you have forgotten to connect the external drive for 3 months, then your last successful backup may be 3 months old.
Right.
So are you going to be remembering to connect the external backup?
Yeah, because I think what I'm going to start doing is I'll just leave it plugged in.
All right. Now, another thing that you need to do is check to see if the backups have been successful, because I have found anytime we're using an external backup drive, I have found occasions where we think it's backing up, but we haven't looked at it. When we go look at it, we find out, hey, wait a minute, it's not working because there's something going wrong with the connection. So let's go have a look and see what your most recent backup is. Let's see, here on September 17th, 2 a.m., we've got error. On the 17th at 2 a.m. here, it says successful. Here, September 10th, error. And here's September 10th, successful. That's kind of an odd pattern. Down here, we have a bunch of successfuls. And can you connect the drive so we can have a look at it?
Yeah.
Clicking on the existing backups tab. Here we've got red X's because that drive is not connected right now. Here's the backup drive coming alive. It's alive, it's alive. We have a September 22nd, 23, 5:58 p.m. disk image. That's the only backup we see there. That strikes me as a little alarming. Here's a refresh. So we got rid of the red X's, and this is showing only one backup that we can restore. It's from yesterday at 5:34 p.m. Is this a backup drive that is new to the system? You haven't. Why is there only one backup on here?
I deleted the old backup because I thought I didn't need them. So I did a full backup yesterday.
Okay, you deleted the old backups because you think you didn't need them. All right, let's see how much space you have on that drive. It's a 2 terabyte drive. You're using 142 gigabytes. My inclination is to not delete backups unless there's a reason to. You don't know what backups you're going to need until you have a crisis. If, for instance, you discover maybe you try to access a certain file that you haven't tried to access for a few months, and you discover, oops, apparently it got deleted before this backup was done. Now we have no way to go back and recover that because you've deleted your old backups. So I don't want to delete old backups unless we have a space problem on the backup drive. Does that make sense, Josh? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to delete them. All right. So I think we're going to leave it as is, and you'll stop deleting backups. Now, there's if the backup gets full, the backup drive gets full, it should automatically be, if I go over here to definition files, it should automatically be deleting old backups in order to free up space. Now let's go see how that is set. Where is that one at? No, I don't think it's here. Let's go to the next page. Oh, purge. Down here, run purge before backup. Purge the oldest backup if less than 90 gigabytes on the target volume. So you should not be having a problem of insufficient space to do a backup. How large is your backups? Let's go back here to existing backups. 141 gigabytes. So let's turn that up to say 200 gigabytes. Come back here to create backups, definition files, right click on this definition file, edit, next, and come down here and change this to 200 gigabytes. Now, this is something that we are telling it to do. If it finds that it doesn't have enough space for the next backup, even if this was set on 90 gigabytes or whatever, it'll go ahead and delete the oldest backup. This is just us forcing it to do that a little bit earlier. And then we'll finish that. So there. All right. I think you're good to go, Josh.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome. I'm going to disconnect from your computer.
All right, yeah, got good news, Doug.
You got good news. Well, I like hearing that. What's your good
Me
news?
too.
You say
Well,
wait a minute. Let me guess. You save 15% on your insurance by changing to, I forgot what the name of that insurance company is.
Geico.
Geico? Yeah. Is that what happened? Is that the good news?
Yeah, the subwoofer is working, everything's on, and I got the configurations and everything. I found the video, but I'm so happy. I sent the link to an email and I sent it to people in the chat. It's the perfect bridge that got it working. All thanks to that video.
So you got it working with the old computer?
I had to restart the old cell booster, but yeah, it's working, and it's working on my old computer, and it says internet access on IPv4, internet access on IPv6, both of them. You can look at those configurations, and we can do the same thing on the other computer, and should be able to get it working.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting some right now.
And how many bars do you have on your cell phone?
I got full bars. I got full strength of bars, 4G LTE.
Okay. Great. So here's the link that he sent. Create network bridge on Windows and add network on bridge. So this is not specific about the cell booster. And that video is related to Windows 10. So we got the original cell booster using Windows 10 functional. And we're not done because we want to get it working on the new laptop with Windows 11. Now, do we need to use the new cell booster? Can we use? I'd like to take the original cell booster, connect it to the Windows 11, and get that functional, and then perhaps take the next step to the new cell booster. But why? I haven't got any reason from you.
No reason why. However you want to do it is fine with me.
Yeah, I think it's an easier step to take the existing cell booster and connect it to the Windows 11 computer and get that working. Now, don't do it now. We want to go look at the configuration of your original laptop.
Lost connection, but let me go ahead and give you access. Do you have access to it or no?
Let me check. Let's see. Quick assist sharing has ended.
Let me give it the access again. I'm loading it up right now. 1 second.
Are you going to need a new code?
Yes, please. Right now in a second.
All right.
So, waiting for it to load up. All right. It's almost done. And I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to pull up a new code.
I might have to
All
make
right.
a video about this.
Here's the new code.
Okay.
2M0STL.
All right, it's
Oh.
connecting now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a 0 rather than an O. I was going to pronounce it as two most, but it's not an O, it's a 0.
Okay. It's so funny. Oh boy. Allow connecting.
All right. There's been a lot of conversations going on in chat, and I can't read all. I got Zavim Minor. Hang on. Zavim Minor hit me in orange. Josh, have to connect the external drive on the day and time if you will not, no backup. Yeah. Doug, just for asking, if you use the USB drive for backup when you install the drive, Macrium should see this as being behind in its scheduling, should do an immediate backup. There is a setting where you can tell it to do a backup if a backup was missed, and we didn't look at that. Macrium will automatically delete the backups. Yeah. Macrium does not remind the user to plug it in. Greg M says just use the old computer for the cell booster. The old computer is Windows 10. His new computer is Windows 11. He's not using the old computer. Yeah, he's told us that he'd rather not have to keep the old computer on just for the cell booster functionality. I agree with him. I'd rather not have to do that.
The old computer is down there.
I didn't understand you, Josh.
I still have it. It's not you right now.
Josh, we're talking about Tim's old computer, not yours.
Oh, okay.
Screen sharing on. I want to minimize that. It won't minimize. Oh, I got a request control. All right, I requested control. If I miss something in chat that you want me to see, go copy it and put it in again and hit me in orange. Oh, I want to try something about hitting me in orange. I was wondering, can you do this? Can you use the channel the channel handle? Instead of typing live Windows training, can you do LWTDB? That's the channel handle. Yes, you can. Could somebody else try that? Try doing @LWTDB. That's the acronym for Live Windows Training-DougBetts. Could somebody else try that in chat and see if that is valid? Seems like it ought to be. Now you got to spell it right though. LWTB. Nope. Spell check. @LWTDB. Nope, it's not working. Oh, that showed in yellow because it's just me. That didn't hit me in orange. It doesn't hit me in orange. Okay, nope, that does not work. All right, I'm disappointed. YouTube botched it again.
They did.
All right, now we want to see how this is set up. So here we have the Wi-Fi is bridged. Here's the network bridge, and here's the Ethernet. We have the word bridged on 2 of these. I don't recall if we saw, I know at one point we only had the word bridged on Wi-Fi, but then we put that extra check mark, and I didn't notice whether that gave us that check mark. Now here, if we right click on the bridge and choose properties, isn't that where we see the check boxes? Yeah, this is where we see those check boxes. Is your new computer turned on right now, Tim?
Yes, it is. I'm on it right now, talking to you guys on Zoom.
All right. Now, help me somebody. Where do I go to see configuration of ports?
You probably get it through the IPv4 properties. try to see it from there, I believe.
Is
Try
that it?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, it was there. But I guess, I mean, that's where I entered it. I guess it's not on there. Oh,
That's
yeah,
where.
it told me I had to enable the DHCP. I had to enable that. That's why it wasn't working before.
Okay, but that's not my question.
I mean, to see what I entered was there. That's where I entered it at. For
That's
the
what. That's
video.
where you entered what?
The video told me to enter all those IPv address and then the DNS and all that. How
Okay,
I got it
yes,
to work.
but that's not my question. I'm asking about opening the ports. That's a different subject than IP addresses.
I don't think I ever opened the ports. I never had opened no ports. It worked without opening the ports.
All right.
Doug,
William
in chat,
Doss.
you'll find a link for enabling bridging a PC.
Well, we've already succeeded at bridging a PC. That's not where we're having trouble. We have successfully done the bridge.
Maybe you could watch the video I sent you and maybe you could see what you could get from the video. You show everybody the video, see what the guy does, and maybe I'll give you some idea.
Okay, but the thing in that video, that's only about bridging, right? That's not about the cell booster.
No, but that's how I got it to work by watching that video. I had to enter some configurations into my properties where I went to IPv4. I had to enter some stuff on there, and that's how I got it to work. Without, if I did it as automatic, it wasn't gonna work like that. It would just show the internet status blinking. That's how
Okay.
that video was the key to my golden nugget.
Okay, let me turn a different direction here. demeanor in the bridge, select Wi-Fi and properties, and then same to LAN. Okay, in the bridge, select Wi-Fi and properties. Oh, he wants to see the properties page of both of them at the same time. Let's see. So this was, I'm going to close down. That was on the bridge. In the bridge, select Wi-Fi and properties, same to LAN. Let's see if we can get all three of them displayed on the screen at the same time. So here's Wi-Fi bridged, and what it shows us that. And then the network bridge. No, I can't. Now, once I have this properties open, I can't click anything else. Here I should be able to. Now I should be able to open the others. Put this one in the middle. And we'll put this one on the left. Yep, that's also. All right, let's go to IPv4 properties, because then it should let me come back here. No, it doesn't. That's weird. Okay, I can get this one open, and yeah, this is not what we want. And that is Alt-Tab doesn't let me switch between applications on his computer.
Maybe you could go to details on where it shows general below speed details. Maybe that might help.
Okay, we don't, it's possible. Oh, I'm not even showing that to you. Sorry, people. Yeah, firewall settings is what I'm wanting to get to. Sin Vicious laughing. We cannot see the screen. Yeah, got that. There are no IP settings for individual interfaces in bridge mode. I'm watching this video. There's no audio in that video other than some music. So that instructional video doesn't have any audio. So Greg M, I'm wanting to hear back from you. Is that video only showing us what we've already accomplished? Now this is the old laptop with the original cell booster. For all we know, we might be able to unplug the cell booster from the old laptop, plug it into the new laptop, and it just works. In which case, we'd be concluding that there was something wrong with the new cell booster that was causing our trouble. And what we did some port configuration on the new laptop based upon what AT&T instructions told us to do, and Tim seems to be insisting that he never did any of that. Correct, Tim?
Yes, that's correct. I never did any of that
Never
stuff.
did any ports adjustments.
No.
All right. So let me get connected to your new computer. You know what? I'm going to try, while I have Quick Assist open here, I'm going to see if I can get connected to my Log Me and Rescue.
I'm going to go Log Me and Rescue too on my computer. Log me in. Okay. All right, opening it now. I'm ready for the code now whenever you're ready.
Oh, so that's working on your new computer?
Yeah, my new computer has been working. It's just on the other computer.
Oh, it's only the old computer that we had
Yes.
trouble. All right.
Right.
All right.
Some
I'm going to go give you a new. I'm going to go give you a new code.
Okay. We couldn't get it to the bottom line or to the root of the problem why it's not letting me. But that's
all right.
Another.
Here's the code 816215. Oh, Ran Israel, thank you. We opened ports when using ICS, not bridge mode. That makes sense. Bridge mode it basically functions like a network switch. Yeah, we don't need to open ports. Duh. Good. Greg M, they were bridging VMware to a bridge configuration, which is using 10.10.10. Mondog, haha, all this technology seems to be affecting us. I think you know what I mean, especially when you see people walking down the street staring at their phones. We open ports ICS, not bridge. Yes, that's true.
Wait, let me uninstall IDM because IDM's messing it up again. 1 second. The Internet Download Manager.
All right.
1 second.
Let's see. Have we heard? Have not. Greg M. They are bridging VMware to a bridge configuration, which is, oh, okay. That was what he found in that video, which have VMware virtual machine.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds way off.
All right, I'm ready for the code again. Thank you.
Oh, you ready for a code?
Yes, that's.
Okay, well, I can't give you a code because it still shows me your computer's still trying to connect. It has to give up that attempt first.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah. I'm going to take that off screen until it times out. I can't end it prematurely. I think it goes about 3 minutes, could be as much as 5 minutes before it times out. All right, I'm going to go scan through this video. Let's see. Oh, today we are showing how to create network bridge on Windows. I do not like these videos where they don't talk to you. They type in Notepad what they're doing. Jeez.
Oh boy.
And create a network bridge on Windows and add network on the bridge. Yeah, using the VMware network adapter. Yeah. Bridge connections. Yeah, we did all that. So if this is all Tim had to do last time around, then, and it worked, then that's different. Now here they are putting in a static address. And we saw on his old laptop, he did not put in a static address. Well, actually, Tim, I think you said that you recalled putting in a static address, but it's not there now.
Yeah, it is there. I had to re-add it again because it wasn't there and then it got it to work again because it wasn't working a little while ago, and I had to redo it again, the process again. That's why you were helping out someone else. I did it.
So your old laptop now has a static address?
Correct. Yes, it does.
All right. I'm going to go look at that while we're trying to get you connected the other way.
It's a timeout. Right. Okay.
And that would have been on the Wi-Fi. No. It's not on the bridge. I don't see where you have a static IP address on the old laptop. Can you?
Yeah, I did put it. I put it while you were talking. I just
okay,
don't know
show me. Show me. Bring it up on screen on the old laptop.
Okay, well, let me see. Try to go to settings. Let's see. Because I assigned it, but I don't know why it's not popping up, but I did do it. Maybe you could find it from the command prompts.
All right, let's go. I got the mouse.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is showing DHCP server. No, it's not using a static address. It's using a DHCP automatic address.
Okay. Because what happened was it showed me that try to repair as administrator per the DHCP that it wasn't enabled. And then after it enabled it, it just started working after that. I ran the network shooter.
So you just said that you enabled DHCP.
Yeah, but that was after I entered what I entered on the IP address from that video.
Yeah, so that doesn't you entered a static address, and then after that you selected to enable DHCP.
I entered a DNS2, and then after that I did the troubleshoot, and that's when it prompted me to try to repair it. So I did, and then it worked after that.
Okay, I need to ask you again. Please do not start talking while I'm in the middle of a sentence. It's very frustrating. Okay, so you entered a static IP address, and after that, you put a check mark to enable DHCP. That wiped out the static address. DHCP is automatic addressing. When you select to enable DHCP, that means I do not want to use static IP. Okay, do you follow me now?
I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, I follow you. I didn't know what that meant, but I just did what the computer did, and it worked.
And that's why I want you to don't interrupt me, because you didn't listen to what I was saying. You were just too wrapped up in what you thought I was saying, and you got it wrong. All right, now. Wait, is Doug getting frustrated? Now, where are we got? We're on the, I'm looking at the old computer. I was trying to look at the static IP address, which we've determined that is not what's happening. Now I'm ready to give you a new code. Are you ready for the new code, Tim?
Yes, I am, Doug.
Okay, so this is a new laptop. The code is 257187.
Okay, it's downloading now.
Let's see. Rand Israel says configure IP on network bridge interface. It looks to me like we don't need to. It looks like DHCP should work. Windows 11 is so intuitive. Was that a sarcasm? As I've commented before, somehow, and yada yada. I can't. There's too much jibber jabber there. Enabling DHCP removes the hard-coded IP, right? Just not feeling well. Moving on. Doug, you get away after this one from William. Haha, yikes. Either way, as we all know, messing with IP addresses, changing things can really cause you some heartache. Greg, can I ask how old is the old computer connected to the cell booster? Yes, you can ask. We'll wait for you to ask. No, kidding. Tim, how old is the older computer?
I don't know how old it is, but you can look up the model number or the model, and it should be able to tell you on Google. I don't remember.
All right.
It's pretty old.
Right. Do we really care, Greg? Or can you give me some reason why that would matter? It's an area where you really have to be knowledgeable in what you're doing. Greg M., I think we're on a new computer. I believe we're using an old cell phone booster. Yeah. Now, when we say old cell phone booster, these came to him, what, within weeks of each other? Tim, you said the new one.
Yes, like a few weeks, 4 weeks of each other, 3 weeks, something like that.
Somehow, apparently, they made a mistake and sent 2 of them instead of just sending 1. So when we're referring to the old cell booster, we're referring to the one that was working with the old computer and is working with the old computer. DHCP counts as an IP configuration. Okay, yeah, I'll buy that. Tell me the processes, I can get you pretty close. I don't want to pursue the age of the computer. If it doesn't really matter to us, it's not going to make a difference. Why do we care? No. Not how old is the computer connected to the old cell booster. That combination is working. Is using a USB adapter. Oh, the cell booster when it's connected to your old laptop, is it connecting directly to an Ethernet port on the old laptop? Okay, on the new computer, we're using a USB adapter in order to get a Ethernet port.
That was my question.
Okay, good. Gary, did you ask that previously and I missed it?
No, I was getting ready.
You get ready to ask that.
No, Greg has that same question in chat, and that was mine too. Because
all right,
doing things that are not just straight Ethernet with those USB, I've had some trouble with that in the past.
Yeah. Right. It's non-standard. Anytime you go non-standard, something that's a workaround, which a USB Ethernet adapter is a workaround.
It's another bus in between.
Yeah, it could be an issue. All right, that's a good point. I'm glad you guys brought that up. If you have home internet like cable, why do you need a cell booster? The cell booster, the reason for that is it improves the signal to his cell phone. His cell phone's not getting a good signal from the cell towers. Now, as Gary mentioned at the beginning of today's show, I think it was, why not just make phone calls through the Wi-Fi connection? Because that's a thing. Well, my response to that, if that is a completely acceptable workaround for all issues, then why did AT&T bother sending him a cell booster? Why not just tell him to use his Wi-Fi? My deduction, and I don't know this, is that phone calls through internet, your cell phone might not be receiving text messages and receiving incoming phone calls as well going through the internet. I don't know that, but I do have that problem here with my cell phone where people are calling me and the phone never rings. And I know that because maybe 10 minutes later, I notice a missed call and a voice message when I was right here and the phone never rang. I don't have a very good cellular signal here, but I place phone calls through cell phone towers. I don't think I'm doing them through the internet. So I don't think it's quite the same thing to be doing.
That's the same thing here. My cellular connection isn't good here. But if I turn on my Wi-Fi is better than my cellular connection.
Yeah, Ran Israel says maybe it's an option for feature phones without Wi-Fi connectivity. Well, again, why would AT&T send it without inquiring? Do you have Wi-Fi? If it is completely the same level of service, I can't imagine why they would go to the expense of sending a cell booster.
I will answer two of those quick questions, or quickly answer those two questions. Number one,
Right.
while we were talking, I tested it with my phone here in the house just quickly. And I've told you guys I'm in Oakland County, Michigan, which is maybe 20 miles from Detroit as the crow flies. I checked on my cell provider, and my phone connected about 300 miles away according to their location in northern Michigan. So if they have an emergency 911 call through the cell Wi-Fi, they couldn't find me. That would be number one, why you have a cell booster in the house. And number two, before you even asked, I had another phone in the house call me. It rang through because I shut my cell off completely, the cell information, and it worked.
Okay.
I didn't try text messages. And going with AT&T, they seem to, after you posted on what last week, I took about 2 minutes and looked into it. It seems like they're really pushing that booster right now, and quite possibly, you know, some guy, you know, and click, send it, and take it, you know, who didn't know either one said let's send it quick. I'm not saying it's the right answer what I said. I'm just saying, dealing with cable and cell phone people, you know, you get what you get sometimes.
Yeah, so the reason why they were motivated to send the cell booster might not be obvious to us. There might be a reason why they would do it, even though cell phone calls and text messages do work fine through the internet. But I think I'd side with you, Gary. We don't really know their motivation. Is that a fair statement, what you're saying?
I live on my cell phone for work and for home. And I mean, I hate to say that. I don't, at home, we do not have home phones.
Yeah.
I mean, we just don't, and they haven't for over 20 years. And I've had problems different places we live because we move every 3 or 4 years. We haven't lately. But anyway, I've never had a cell phone provider offer me a cell booster when I'm getting one bar. So I think, I mean, it's just, move around the house, you idiot. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah, well, Log Me and Rescue timed out because you were waiting on you, Doug.
Oh, yeah. All right. I see it timed out. So I'm going to have to give you another code. Now, you're going to have to go again to logmein123.com
on there
and do a new download. So,
yes, I'm there.
Sorry about that, Tim.
It's okay, DougBetts. I don't want to interrupt.
Are you ready for a new code?
I am. Yes,
556738. Again, that is 556738. Okay, and then start. So this is the new laptop. Go full screen, minimize that guy, drag your zoom window down. And okay, let's have you move the cell booster.
And you'll turn it on, right? My cell booster, you'll turn it on.
Do you have it connected to the new computer?
Yes, I have it connected, but not the power is not on right now. I'm powering it on.
All right. All right. Now here, when I'm using...
Now it's powered on.
Okay, when I'm using Log Me and Rescue, I can use the Windows key and the commands go through to his computer. if I have his computer maximized. So I did Windows key R ncpa.cpl to get in here. So here we have a network bridge, Ethernet Wi-Fi. So this is showing bridged. That's showing, was showing bridged a moment ago. Okay, now it's connected again. This all looks comparable. Those two check marks. We have IP address automatic. I was expecting to see that still on static, but since we know automatic is okay, then we'll stick with that. This doesn't get us anything interesting. PDA net, broadband connection, that's something else. Personal digital assistant network. Somehow I don't think that's what that is. I don't know what this PDA net is. So we're giving that a little bit of time for the device to start up. Coming back to chat. I'm not going to try to keep up with all that conversation that's going on or figure out what's going on. Chris, this past week I almost changed to T-Mobile 5G home internet. They could not sell it to me because my actual address could not be found. Double click on network bridge, click details to see the bridge's IP. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. There. That was that YouTube video that I had on screen a moment ago. Double click network bridge and details. So it has a .51 address, and that we've seen before that is within the DHCP range of this router. All right, Tim, what's happening?
It's just showing the power lights blinking and the internet status is solid orange and the GPS is not even on. Not like before when the last time when we were on my computer.
All right, has it had enough time to start up?
Yes, it did. You had enough time already.
Okay, so and that is based upon your experience with turning it on with the old computer.
Right.
All right, so we could undo the bridge and redo the bridge. Of course, one significant possibility we have is the USB Ethernet adapter could be the source of the trouble. And how would we ever define that or determine that? Tim's telling us all he had to do on the original laptop was configure the bridge, and bada boom, bada bing, it worked.
And I followed the video what it told me to enter, and I got it to work. You could do what that guy did on the video and see if we get it to work that way if you want, and then try to do the repair. But I know for Windows 11 they did away with the troubleshoot repair thing, and now it's no longer existent. But the only way I got it to open was through the Microsoft Edge and there's no internet access on the Microsoft Edge. Remember that tool is gone now. It's not like on Windows 10 they did away with it. So
network troubleshooting is not available in Windows 11.
Not the old way how they used to do it. They did away with that.
All right. If I look at other troubleshooters here, here's network and internet.
But it's not gonna pull up the old-fashioned one.
All right. So you're thinking that the old network troubleshooter had some advantage?
Yeah, it did. I'm pretty sure it did because on my old computer, it was popped up saying to repair to turn on the DHCP, and it repaired it. And after that, it just worked like that. After the computer did what it's supposed to do, and it worked.
They put the
All right.
old troubleshooter. They put the old troubleshooter out. They're going to put the new troubleshooters in.
All right. So I'm looking through this video to see what they do. It's hard to imagine that they did anything different than what we've already done. Now, another thing that we could do is if we connect the old laptop by an Ethernet cable to the LAN port on the cell booster and find that we have access to the internet, then that proves that the cell booster has access through the network bridge. But that doesn't really help us for the next step in fixing this, that as far as I can see. Here is, and they're using a VMware. We're not going to be able to replicate that. Let's see, was it 6 minutes long? So I'm gonna press play here, and then I'm going to speed it up to see what's going on. Holding down the Shift key and right arrow speeds it up. So I got to do that on the correct keyboard.
Yeah, you do it on my computer.
Yeah. All right. Is it still running? Nope, I paused it. All right. So there's those two network adapters, bridge the connections. Now they're bridged. It brings up a network bridge. Details on what did they do there? I don't think they did anything. I'm gonna go back and slow that down. See what he did when it goes to Ethernet 2 details. Nothing there. Properties. Nothing there of interest. Then goes to the VMware bridge. There's nothing there of interest. Properties. Nothing there of interest. We saw that's all the same. Network bridge. Properties. And then let's see. I'm pausing here. Now here they have to check mark into adapters. Okay, that makes sense. And they're going to IPv4. And removing a check mark from IPv6, and then automatic addressing. And here they're putting in static addressing that is specific to that VMware that they're using, I think.
And that's how I got it to work, by entering what they entered.
You entered that 10.10.10.5?
Yes, and it worked. Yeah. That's what I was trying to get to tell you, Doug. You watched the video, and that's how I did it. Correct. That was the golden nugget.
It's hard to believe because that's not how it's currently configured on your old computer.
Right. Well, it did.
But we can try it. We can try it.
Okay, Doug. Sounds like a plan.
I'm looking through the rest of what they're doing here. In this video, I'm told there's no talking on it. So what in the world are they doing here? Just moving their mouse around all these different places.
And he writes on Notepad.
No, but he's not doing that now. He's not explaining anything about all of these jumping that. Oh, now he's going to write in Notepad. All right.
Oh, boy.
Speed this up. Double speed. If we want another, I'm going to jump forward by a few seconds. If we want another VMnet add-in bridge, then we will do. All right, so here on pause, he's just got another network adapter added to the bridge. There's 3 adapters in the bridge. I'm going to point to these. That's an Ethernet adapter. That's a VMware adapter and VMware adapter. And here's the network bridge. So that's not going to be of interest to us. We're not trying to do that. So Tim, you're saying that the only difference between what we've done and what this person has done is the static IP addresses.
Static IP address and the DNS, which was added. He just added the first DNS, not the second one.
All right, what do we got here? Oh, this is VMware. We don't care about this at all.
replicate it and see if maybe they can get it to work.
All right, I'm just going to finish this through installing something or other. Don't care about any of this stuff that he's doing in VMware. I'm jumping forward by 5 seconds at a time. Yep, nothing else there. Okay, so we're going to come back and take a closer look at these addresses. 10.10.10.5, Class C subnet, and .254 for the gateway. So did you do that .254 for the gateway?
Yes, I did.
Wow. All
I
right.
know, right? I'm speechless too. I don't know how I got it to work, but it worked. Right? I followed everything that guy did. Whatever he did, it worked for me.
Yeah, but after that, did you use the network repair tool?
Yes, I did. Correct. I did
Okay,
that.
well,
Right.
so you didn't put in these addresses and then it worked. You put in these addresses and then did the network repair tool. Then
Yes,
it worked.
because it was disabled. It told me that my computer was disabled, but I still had the gateway on there because when you looked up the properties on my old computer, the gateway was still there.
Yeah. Well, this I'm very confident this is not going to work because I don't think you're understanding that when you use the network troubleshooter, that totally wiped out those static IP addresses.
Okay.
So I'm saying you did not put in those static IP addresses and then it worked. By your own description, you put in those static IP addresses, and after that, you did the network troubleshooter, which reset the addresses, and then it worked. That's a totally different story.
That's
but
true.
just to show that, we'll go ahead and do this.
Okay.
All right. So here's IPv4 properties. Use following address. 10.10.10.5 255.
Then the gateway.
And for the gateway, they did 10.10.10.254. And for DNS, they did 8.8.8.8.
That's all they did.
All right. All right, I'm going to go right back into here and show that change stuck. It's not responding. Oh, I probably have lost connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's caused me to lose connection. Now it may come right back. Now broadcast is 254. So that'd be, seems like a weird choice. Oh, wait a minute, is it 255? We got reconnecting. I don't think this is gonna, oh, yep, there, the time just started. Although that timer might be it's attempting to reconnect. Might not be that it sees it yet. Tim, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. Are you talking to us through the new computer?
Yes, I am.
All right. So it still has internet connection because you're still on Zoom through the computer that we're currently trying to get working with the device.
I'm going to go ahead and restart the device. That's what I also did. Let me go do it now.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, okay, so 255 is broadcast. 254 we should be fine using. I'd never use that for gateway address. I have come across that on a few occasions, but When somebody else said that that's a broadcast IP, I was going to defer to that, but that was a mistake. Tim's running Zoom on the old computer. No, he's using Zoom on the new computer. He didn't even have the old computer turned on when we started working with him today. One Dog says, I remember the day I was messing with IPv6, kind of hurtful lesson, and I'll just wait to figure things out in the future when I need to. I routinely disable IPv6 on my clients' computers. So there's nothing to indicate that the old computer has internet. Yeah, the old computer is still, I think I'm still connected to it. Yeah, I'm still connected here. This is his old computer. I'm still connected to it through Quick Assist. So it has internet. And somebody was asking how old it is. Since we're waiting here, let's go do this. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the command to query the serial number. Always reminds me of Mickey Mouse. MIC. Doesn't start with the M. My brain's fading. Chris says that is the new one. What is the new one? You can't say that when I'm connected to new computers. This computer on Quick Assist is the... Oh, you're right. It's the new computer, isn't it? Yeah, because that's Windows 11. The old one has Windows 10. All right, so the old computer, you're saying, yeah, I was really wrong. There's nothing to indicate that the old computer has the internet. All right. Tim, are you able to browse a internet site, a website on the old computer? You guys just got a good laugh on me for mixing that up. WMIC, thank you. Yes, the old one has Windows 10. The one you're on now, duh. The common prompt is your PC. Oh, God, you're right. Ugh. Such a Doug. And this Quick Assist is the new computer. We don't need the serial number. So I can't give you the serial number of the old computer because I'm not connected to it.
You keep going in and out.
Say that again, Josh.
I bet he keeps going in and out.
Oh, Tim's out of Zoom.
Yeah, he keeps
Oh,
going.
so that's why he's not responding to me. All right. So yeah, he might be watching. Well, actually, I've got the new computer. So, oh, here's he back.
Came back in. I put the armor.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't realize he was coming in and out. Tim, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. That's the internet access, IPv6 internet, but the IPv4 no internet access.
Are you talking to us now through Zoom on which computer?
On my main computer.
No, main computer doesn't help me. I don't know what you're thinking.
My the one my replacement. That's what I call
the new computer. Okay, the new computer. You're talking to us through the new computer.
Yes,
okay.
That's correct.
And it's the new computer with Quick Assist that we're trying to get it to work with the old cell booster. And we did I just do that static IP configuration on the old computer by mistake? Daco says no one asked how old the old laptop was. Yeah, I thought they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Daco, yeah, I think you're wrong about that. It wasn't a recent question. It was a while ago. All right. Change 10.10.10.5 back to DHCP on the old computer, but we're trying to get the cell booster to work on the new computer. You said, yeah, I did that setting on the old one. I think you're right. I don't think I need to go back in DVR to see that. Now, Chris says I'm showing the old one right now. You can tell it's Windows 10. That is Windows 10. That's the old one. But I thought it was the old one that had trouble with LogMe and Rescue. Oh.
Yes, the one had trouble logging in rescue. We couldn't get it to work. The only way we got it to work was through the app.
Okay, Tim, do you see me moving the mouse around on the screen?
Yes, I do. I see it.
Is that the new laptop or the old one?
That's the old laptop. That's the one. That's my backup one, remember?
All right. That's the old laptop.
Yeah.
And,
correct.
okay. So the old laptop is the one that we couldn't connect to through LogMe and Rescue.
Right.
So it was LogMe and Rescue that I changed the IP addresses, which means the new laptop, which is what we wanted to make the changes on. The old computer is Quick Assist. Yeah, all right.
And on the old computer, I never did the port forwarding or none of that stuff, and I got it to work just fine.
Yeah. Now, on the new computer, do you have internet access?
Yes, I do, but on my network bridge, it only says IPv connection internet, but the IPv4 no internet access. One is working, the other one isn't. Like I'm looking at it right now, but I have Wi-Fi on my below, but internet too.
Can you actually go to a website?
Yes, I go to YouTube.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube watching a live stream right now.
On the new computer. All right.
Yes.
Okay, go to logmein123.com.
All right, I'm on there now. I'm ready for a code.
Then in the connection, in the prior connection, Tim, new laptop, 642339. All right. I'm going to fix you, Doug. Old equals Quick Assist. Now, because that's not enough, new equals.
Oh, Doug, I just encountered an issue. It says, so I got an error message when trying to load up I got the page, logged me in, pulled up, and then I entered the code. It gave me the old Windows Network Diagnostics tool. Troubleshoot had moved to this tool to retired. So now my computer is doing something now. It's looking for problems in remote host connectivity. I got it to pull up. I don't know how, but it did it with the Microsoft Edge.
That was a really long sentence.
Sorry.
Are you able to put in the code?
No, I got an error. It didn't go through. It said, you know how it does, when it's trying to think, and it didn't go through the way it's supposed to. Right now, it's doing
you are watching the video. You're live on the video, right? Not
yes,
back in DVR mode.
No, not DVR mode. I'm live. Right now, it's detecting problems on my computer to see if it could resolve it for me. The network issue. I don't know what network issue is because I'm on Zoom right now.
All right. Well, I'm thinking that maybe your network communications that are working right now are through IPv6.
Right.
And perhaps log me in requires IPv4 to be functional. I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right. Well, let's try Quick Assist on the new laptop.
Okay. Open up Quick Assist. Oh, the same prompt that said try to repair this administrator DHCP not enabled, so I'm enabling it now and see if that
Okay,
issue
so
is
you're
solved.
enabling DHCP. That's going to wipe out that static address that we put in.
Right. Yes, sir. And I think
All
that's
right.
after I did that, it worked. It fixed my my router app, and I got
Yeah.
the rest back now.
Okay. So now, actually, since you've done the DHCP fix, let's go back to log me in rescue. So logmein123.com.
I'm ready for the code, and then I got to reboot the modem. The route, I mean the not the modem, but the cell booster, and it
Cell
worked
booster.
after that. On the old cell booster.
On the old one, yeah. Tim, this is the new laptop. Yeah, new laptop. The code is 300252.
Okay, it's downloading. I think.
And Randy, I'm not taking a break this is going to be the end when we end it. Yeah, we broke it. No one asked how old the laptop. Let's see. Rewind DVR. You set on the old one. You're showing the old one right now. Windows 10. Start menu on the left. Old computer via Quick Assist.
Hey, Doug.
Yes.
I don't know. This IP4 and 6. I mean, I don't know the difference. Does he have the new laptop just IP6 or IP4?
Well, the reason why I was saying that is because we put in that static address on the new laptop on IPv4, and he was no longer able to use LogMeIn123, but he still had internet connection because he was on Zoom and watching video. So I was proposing that maybe those communications are going through IPv6, and it's IPv4 that was broken, and that broke my connection.
Yeah, I'm just going to try IP4 completely on the new laptop, and you were just 6 far now, and that might be an issue. So he's got IP6 on the new laptop, correct?
I think so.
That he is using. He is not using it on the old laptop, is he?
Yeah, so maybe we should disable IPv6 and see if that helps the cell booster.
That's what I'm maybe.
No, IPv6 and IPv4 says internet now on my end for the network bridge status.
Yeah. Let's see. This shows connecting.
Yeah, it's still downloading. It's taking a little while. 6 minutes remaining for log me in rescue.
All right. So after it downloads, you have to run that file.
Okay. And right now the cell booster is rebooting itself. So right now it's doing its thing. It's powering off. And I'm waiting for the lights to all of them to come on. See what happens.
Greg M, that 6 minutes you referred to might be a timeout for the log me in rescue connection. Yeah, that .254 gateway, I agree, that doesn't exist unless the bridge is going to become the gateway, but that doesn't make sense because a bridge isn't a gateway, right? As per, that putting that static address, I think, was total misdirection, red herring. Here's Chris again, talking about versions. It seems to me that all the people who are so resistant to Windows 11 somehow think that Windows 10, Windows 12, or whatever it's called, is going to be a good one. Just because we've had a pattern in the past of having a highly accepted version, then a disliked version, then a highly accepted version, that doesn't guarantee future performance. Past results does not guarantee future performance. There is no assurance that you're going to like Windows 12 better than Windows 11. So
iPhones.
let me finish the thought. It seems to me that some people, as soon as Windows 12 comes out, they're ready to just jump on it and skip Windows 11. There's no assurance that you're going to like it better. Go ahead, Gary.
iPhone 17. Day later, iPhone 1701.
Yeah.
It's taking too long, Doug. So we could do the quick assist. I'm already ready for the code.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. I haven't tried yet to have two connections on Quick Assist at the same time. It looks like it's going to let me. All right. The new code is V409B3. Now,
I never updated any of my devices to iOS 17. I'm still on 15.
how is this going to work? But Doug's going to be dealing with the old laptop and the new laptop on Quick Assist. I better start looking at the taskbar to know which one I'm looking at.
That's a good idea, Doug. I recommend that. I agree with that.
All right.
I won't go to 17 because it drains my battery. People tell me it's draining battery, so I'll stay on the old version until they work out all the bugs.
According to the AT&T article, AT&T routers, February 8th, 2019, do not give out IP4 addresses.
That's
Only
interesting.
IP6.
Can you put a link to that article?
Yeah. Let me bring up another computer.
You want to request control so you could allow it.
All right.
All right. Yes. Only comes up under. Where are you, Bing?
All right.
iOS 17.0.1. Good battery life.
Oh, 17.0 is bad on the battery and 17.01 was better?
Oh no, I have good battery life. About 2 days. A day and a half using it.
All right. So I'm clicking on the Windows button on the new computer, ncpa.cpl. I think I didn't type it right. Oh, I did. Okay, so Wi-Fi bridged, Ethernet bridged, network bridge. Let's see, double click on this, network bridge, details, and we have a DHCP enabled IPv4 1.50. So that doing that DHCP button that you did restored our connection. Now the IPv6, let's see, 4.6, there's 6 address. This is just showing us the connection. Let's go properties. And scroll down here's IPv6. So our proposal is to disable IPv6 on the new laptop with the old cell booster and see if that helps the cell booster to function. Okay, I have not lost connection by making that change. I'm going to go right back in and show that that change did stick. IPv6 is indeed still disabled. So now you could restart the cell booster and see if that helped us. Are you doing that, Tim?
No, I did it by itself. I'm not pressing nothing.
It did it by itself. Are you saying the cell booster automatically restarted itself when I disabled IPv6?
No, I'm talking about I'm not touching my computer, what I'm referring to.
Okay, well, I'm asking you to restart the cell booster, and
Okay,
you're saying...
I can do that right now. I'll do it right now.
All right. Let's see. Gary Weisenberger, Windows 12 do not have a non-disclosure agreement. Tell us if it comes in blue for Windows 12. Gary did have an NDA on Windows 11. I'm not reading these out loud because I find that I can read them, I can comprehend them better if I just read them in my head. Chris, I never said I was skipping Windows 11. But I have heard you say that you don't want to do Windows 11, right? I'm kind of hoping to skip Windows 11, or was it long? I don't know who was saying that. I'll probably give it a spin for a short period of time. All depends upon what we see coming with Windows 12. Don't have a lot of confidence. This is AT&T Conversations that from what William was telling us about. The router is giving out IPv6 and not giving IPv4. This isn't AT&T claiming this. This is somebody in a conversation on AT&T's forum. This is not an official statement from AT&T. William, were you saying that this is?
It's hard to find true information on this because to use one of the routers is hard to.
Yeah, this person says the router is configured to give out IPv4, but it's not doing it. That's not the same as saying that AT&T routers do not give out IPv4 addresses. It wouldn't have that configuration if that was true. There's no way that they can not give out IPv4 and only IPv6. It's just the industry hasn't adopted IPv6 enough to do that, because there's some sites out there that don't support IPv6. If I disable IPv6 and I get no internet at all, that sounds like a problem with that router. And this is AT&T Help responding. There may be two different issues happening. The first is with the gateway not assigning IPv4. Try testing it. So they're not confirming that, no, the new routers don't do that. So it's yeah. I'm not sure if you meant to give the impression that AT&T routers are designed.
It's a problem that seems to be.
It's a problem. Okay. What I understood you to say was that they are designed to not give out IPv4. That's what I was objecting to. And that's not what you were trying to say. All right. The point is different, not always bad. Windows 8 with a touch. Yeah, Windows 8 was the whole user interface with that Metro interface. Whoa, boy, I just totally did not like that. And I'm a person who had a Windows 8 phone. or no, that wasn't called Windows 8. It was called Windows Phone. I had one. Ugh. Tim, has that cell booster restarted?
Yes, it did restart it, but it just showing the power light while it's blinking, and the internet is just solid. It's not really giving no other lights.
I don't see that we're going to get it to work, and it may be a Windows 11 issue. It may be a USB Ethernet adapter issue. I think we've got everything right with the settings based on being able to see that working with your old computer. And I think you're just going to have to use the old computer with that cell booster. Now, something we haven't tried, and I'm not willing to try now because I'm already overtime, is to connect the new cell booster to the old laptop and see if it works. The only reason to do that would be to confirm that the new cell booster is also fine. It works with the old computer. It works when using bridge mode under Windows 10 with a built-in Ethernet adapter. When we're using either of these cell boosters with Windows 11 with the USB adapter, it doesn't work, and we don't know what the source of the trouble is. Do you comprehend that?
Yes, I comprehend that.
All right. I think we're done for now, Tim.
All right. Thank you, Doug. I'll see if I can get it working myself, and I'll let you know how I did it and see if I'm able to get it.
Yeah, I won't put it past you to be able to get it to work. And if you do, I definitely want to see the configuration.
How we did it.
I don't just want a report from you. I want you to let us connect remotely and poke around and look at the configuration. Okay?
Of course, you can poke around, look at configuration. So for the next person that comes, you could help them, and if you know how to do it already.
Yeah. Also, if you do get it working, make your own video about it.
That's something that I think about doing. Like, that'd be cool.
And now I did not see, I didn't look extensively, but I did not see on your channel any videos from you about the time period when you got your cell booster working. And I'm really surprised about that because you've done some videos reporting on things happening in the industry. And for you to not make a video when you got your cell booster configured is really a head scratcher for me. Why didn't you do that?
I should have, but I was thinking about doing it, but I am going to do it. I'm going to get it working on this computer. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to, if I have to watch another video, I'll watch one, but I'm going to get it working. I'm going to turn it to a default gateway so I'm able to get it that way.
All right. I wish you good luck, but I am giving up on it because I think we have pursued this far enough.
If I get it, I'll make sure to let you connect, and then I'll let you know how I did it, and then, I'll send you the video.
All right. Very good. So I'm going to disconnect from both of your computers.
Okay. I appreciate your help, though. You tried your best.
You're welcome.
And you did all you got.
And it has been an interesting ride.
Yes, it has been, Doug.
Let me get the other one.
I'm tired now, I bet.
Oh, yeah. I am so ready to end this session today. I am no Kerry Holzman. Put it that way.
That's for sure.
I'll come back at midnight and see if you're still going.
Yeah, he has a level of stamina that I do not have.
Have a good week, guys.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Right. Thank you, Josh.
Let's go ahead and say goodbye to Zoom. If you all would say goodbye to the audience, please.
Goodbye, you too. Goodbye, audience. Love you guys. Take care. See you next time, next Saturday or during the week.
Night, Gracie.
Good night, Gary.
Good night, guys. Sweet dreams.
Good night, William.
I'm gonna miss you, Doug.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, they are out. And I am going to take a little bit more look in chat. Demeanor, in the end, and if it will work, make a short YouTube for me. I'm still confused. Let's see, there's a typo there, I think. 2SND. Let's see, does he clarify that? In the end, and if it will work, make a short YouTube for me. I am still confused. Speedy C, Doug, I know most people dislike Windows 11, but I'm using it with no problems. No, I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. I do not think most people dislike Windows 11. I think a significant number of technicians who speak up about their dislike do dislike Windows 11. I think technicians who are fine with it think of it as a no-brainer and aren't commenting on it. And I haven't come across any normal end users that dislike Windows 11. So, Gary, at work I save money with Windows 11 and Defender on the desktop on our cyber insurance over any other combo. So their cyber insurance is giving a money savings for Windows 11. That makes sense. I bet it's the USB to network adapter. That's my feelings. I really think that's it. I'll be very surprised if he gets it to work, but I will hold that as a possibility. And I hope if he does get it to work that we can figure out why, rather than, oops, it's working. Rand Israel, to summarize, which laptop works with which booster? The old booster works on the old laptop. Neither booster works with the new laptop. We have not yet tried the new booster with the old laptop. Hopefully he'll try that. I'm suspecting that it will work because he's got both of them successfully activated. I saw the activation message for the new cell booster. He emailed that to me. And the old booster, we saw it working today without having to reactivate it. So he has both cell boosters activated. I do think it's a strong possibility that the USB adapter is a problem. Agreed. Could be Windows 11. Marginally possible to install Windows 10 on the laptop and try to make that work, but I don't want to go down that road. Goodbye. Great stream. See you next week. It's the second time Zavi asked. Second time Zavi asked for what? About making a video? Oh, second time. That's what he meant. Second time in the end, and if it will work. Okay, so the first time, did he ask this before? Control C, Control F, Control V. Wrong keyboard. Control C, Control F, Control V. Move to the other keyboard. Nope, don't see it with that. So let's search Zavi. Second time Zavi asked. In the end, and if it will work, make a short YouTube for me. I am still confused. All right. Yeah, I definitely want a video if it winds up working. Okay, I did that. Understood that. Gary, this is one that I might blame on Windows 11 security or USB adapter, IPv4 or IPv6. Yeah, that's a good thing. Windows 11 security is tighter, so that could be an issue that's going on. Because he didn't have to open ports the way AT&T instructions said, it's quite possible Windows 11 default port settings might be different and could be the source of the trouble, which means maybe messing with the ports on Windows 11 could be it. And I'm thinking now, since he never had to open ports on the router. Remember, he wasn't allowed to access the configuration of the router. That tells me that by default, the router's port settings are fine, and that AT&T gave us those port settings instructions in order for a location that uses very tight security, and they have closed all the default ports on the router. So I'm deducing that default port settings of the AT&T router, since it's intended to work with cell boosters, might be configured in such a way that he never had to do those port settings. That's a conversation between people. That was possible. I never found a way. Let's see, this is conversation between them, so I'm not going to try to comprehend all that. So I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye. Adios. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Whatever else. If you'd like to send a question for me to respond to during a Windows Daily Show Monday through Friday or the Saturday show, you can send an email at that address or make a comment on any video, or you can ask a question during the live stream chat. There we go. Have a great weekend, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.